Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining me every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. And always, thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. Each comment is very important because it helps me to understand you better. And if you believe in this channel, do share it with friends and spread the message. We'll start with Pooja Chavan's death. As we told you earlier about Pooja Chavan's death, why did this TikTok star allegedly commit suicide from jumping from a high rise building, as was reported? If you look at her pictures, she looks as simple and ordinary as Disha Salian. But strangely, her parents also claimed that she committed suicide as she was depressed as she had debts to pay. Pooja Chavan hailed from the Banjara community in Parli, Vajnath, located in the Bid district. She lived in Pune to pursue her studies and was residing with her brother in a flat. It was said that there was a party at her Vanawadi apartment on February 7th, where she was with her friends and there was a minister present at the party. It is said that she allegedly jumped from the balcony and died. What was her connection with Sanjay Rathod, the minister? Her grandmother had said that she was interested in politics and she was handling the election campaign of Sanjay Rathod. So, did the close proximity between the two lead to a relationship? After this, a video went viral on the social media where Pooja was seen enjoying the party with her friends, and also that there was a minister who attended the party, and due to which BJP demanded an investigation into the whole case. The matter became more focused when several purported audio clips on the incident went viral, leading to a political blame game by the opposition as the needle of suspicion allegedly point towards this state minister, Sanjay Rathod. The conversation was allegedly between the minister and a worker called Arjun, who was also a cousin of the deceased girl. In these audio clips, it is alleged that her conversations were recorded before and after the suicide. If these clips are verified, then what was the mental state of Pooja when she committed suicide? What was the treatment that she was undergoing? And what was the reason why the minister was in jitters about his reputation being spoiled? And also bear in mind that the parents say that this was also, these tapes are also fake. Soon after the woman's death, Uddhav Thackeray had said a proper inquiry will be conducted in the case and action would be taken against those responsible. The pressure mounting on the Mahavikas Aghadi ahead of the budget session of the state legislature over the death of this 22-year-old woman in Pune, the Shiv Sena leadership conveyed to the forest minister, Sanjay Rathod, who is linked with the death, allegedly linked with the death, that he should resign. Now, who is this Sanjay Rathod? It's interesting to note who this man is. Sanjay Rathod is a 50-year-old man and he's a fourth-term Shiv Sena legislator from the Digras Assembly constituency in the Yavatmal district. He is the only Sena minister from the Vidarbha region in the Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray's Mahavikas Aghadi. In the previous Devendra Fadnavis-led government, Rathod was the Minister of State for Revenue for 5 years. He belongs to the Banjara community. Rathod did not have a political background and climbed the ladder in the party from the grassroots. And he then became a district president and now to a cabinet minister. Pooja Chavan, a resident of Parli Vajnath in the Bid district, who allegedly died after falling from the balcony of the apartment in Pune's Hadaspur area on February 7th, she too was from the Banjara community and she was active in community work. She was seen in a few political campaigns. Soon after the death of Chavan, several photos and audio clips surfaced purportedly linking Rathod to her. After her death, Rathod went missing for 2 weeks. He made no public appearance and was not seen in his office in Mantralaya. His absence and his silence increased misgivings about his links to the woman, an aspiring model. It also increased troubles for the MBA government and his party, with the BJP alleging that the Shiv Sena was sheltering the minister and demanding a free and fair investigation into Pooja's death. Pune police registered an accidental death case as per the procedure with the Vanawadi police station and are treating it as a case of suicide, which is what you remember was also done in the case of Disha Salia. Chavan's family has not filed any complaint so far with the police. One of the relatives have also said to media that they received a handsome sum to keep quiet. However, with several photos and audio clips allegedly showing that the two knew each other, BJP has alleged that the police is under pressure, and that is why the case is not being investigated thoroughly. In a show of his huge following, the Banjara community has stood behind this minister rather than the woman who died and who allegedly committed suicide. On Tuesday, Rathod, who reached Pohra Devi, considered to be the most sacred shrine of the Banjara community in Washim district, broke his silence on the issue for the first time. He claimed innocence and alleged that politics was being played to destroy his career. However, thousands of his supporters gathered at Pohra Devi and they violated COVID-19 norms, and it was also against CM Uddhav Thakere's ban imposed on Sunday on all social, religious and political gatherings in the state in the wake of the rising COVID-19 cases. As a result, Uddhav Thackeray ordered the district administration to initiate action against those responsible for crowding, thus landing Rathod in further trouble. Soon after the woman's death, Thackeray had said a proper inquiry will be conducted in the case and action will be taken against those responsible. However, Sena leaders said his absence from the public for 2 weeks after the woman's death and the crowding at Pohra Devi did not go down well with the party chief and chief minister Uddhav Thackeray. On Wednesday, the issue of his resignation was discussed when he met the CM. During the meeting, the CM told him, take a decision yourself rather than waiting for me to act. It will not look good to dismiss a minister. The CM wanted Rathod to resign in the next few days before the commencement of the budget session of the state legislature. A senior Sena leader said anonymously. The leader further said that there is a consensus in the government and among MVA allies over his resignation. It is a question about the image of the government, the party and the CM. There is a consensus in the government that Rathod should resign. Even NCP chief Sharad Pawar has conveyed to the CM that it is a convention to accept the resignation of a minister when serious allegations are levelled. The leader added. The leader also said that Rathod's resignation is the only way to silence the opposition, which has been criticizing the government and Thackeray over the issue in the last few days and prevent it from becoming an issue during the assembly session. After he resigned, just a few days back, Shiv Sena Minister Sanjay Rathod, prime accused in Pooja's suicide, was given a hero's welcome in Washim with a 16-vehicle police convoy leading him. So what is the message that the Maharashtra government is sending out to the women of the state when he has resigned because of his alleged involvement in the Pooja Chavan death case? Will this also go the Janvi Kukreja way, or will it be solved? Let us see, because there are many deaths that need to be, need to come out. Meanwhile, in the case of Sachin Vaze, Mumbai police inspector, the man who tried to terrify Arnab Goswami, you remember, and his family in his residence before his arrest, he has now been transferred by Maharashtra government on Wednesday from the Mumbai crime branch after Vimla Hiren accused him of playing a role in the alleged murder of her husband, Manshukh Hiren. Who is this 49-year-old Sachin Vaze? Vaze hails from Kolhapur. He joined the Maharashtra Police Service in 1990 as a sub-inspector. He was first posted in the Naxalite-infested Gadchiroli district and then to Thane City Police. When Vaze entered the Mumbai police, he went on to become one of the encounter specialists. And he's said to have eliminated several gangsters, including those belonging to Dawood Ibrahim's and Chota Rajan's gangs, and that he has eliminated over 60 gangsters in several encounters. On March 3, Vaze was suspended along with 14 other policemen on murder charges on the alleged custodial death of Khwaja Yunus, a suspect in the December 2002 Ghatkopar bomb blast case. In 2008, a 1,000-page charge sheet was filed which named Vaze and others. In 2008, Vaze joined the Shiv Sena in presence of the late party chief Thackeray, Balasaheb Thackeray, even though he appeared on some news channels as a party spokesperson, he wasn't very active in politics. Vaze's colleagues call him techno-savvy, as he is known to use the best of gadgets and gizmos to solve cases. He is said to have solved several cyber crime cases, financial frauds, and one international credit card fraud case. On June 6, 2020, the Maharashtra government revoked Vaze's suspension and he was reinstated to Mumbai police during the COVID-19 pandemic. However, Khwaja Yunus's mother, Asiya Begum, filed a contempt plea in the Bombay High Court against this police commissioner, Paramveer Singh, and additional Director General of Police, Amitabh Gupta, after Vaze's reinstatement. James Vaze had also written a book based on the 26/11 terror attacks in Mumbai called Jinkun Harleli Ladai. Now, the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi Home Minister Anil Deshmukh says police officer Sachin will be removed from his current posting in the crime branch till the investigation is completed. I am taking this decision in view of the rising demand from the opposition. We will take appropriate action against Vaze if he is involved in the case of the death. Vaze was the investigative officer in the case of explosives being found in a Scorpio near Mukesh Ambani's home at the beginning of the probe, before he was replaced by another officer. On Tuesday, Vimla Hiren, the wife of Mansukh Hiren, who owned the Scorpio and whose body was found in the Kalwa Creek on Friday, has alleged in a statement before ATS that Vaze has been using the car from November 2020 till February 5. She further alleged that Vaze had told her husband to get arrested in the case and reassured him that he would be bailed out in a few days. Leader of opposition, Devendra Fadnavis, also read parts of Vimla's statement in the State Assembly and demanded the arrest of Vaze in connection with the case. Fadnavis demanded that if not murder, Vaze should at least be arrested for destruction of evidence and alleged if he was not arrested, someone was protecting Vaze. As you know, till now, Vaze was in charge of the Mumbai Police Crime Branch and Crimes Investigation Unit. He was handling high-profile cases, including the TRP rigging scam, the Anvay Naik suicide case, the sports car scam involving Dilip Chabaria, and Bollywood TV entertainment industry's casting couch racket. And many say that in all of these Bollywood suicide cases, the police inspector who is always seen at the scene of crime investigating is Vaze. Will the truth about the death of Mansukh Hiren come out? We'll have to wait and watch. Meanwhile, in a shocking, gruesome incident, a 14-year-old boy was murdered and his body was thrown into the Bhima River in Karnataka's Kalaburgi district late last month for being friendly with a Muslim girl. According to the reports, a 14-year-old Hindu youth, Koli Mahesh, a class 9 student studying at a government school in Narivol, was brutally murdered for being friendly with a 14-year-old girl from a neighboring colony in the village. The incident was first reported on February 27th after the villagers recovered a dead body in the Bhima River, a few kilometers away from the village. The police rushed to the spot and pulled the dead body that was stuffed inside a guinea bag, only to find a decomposed body. The police identified the dead body with the help of his family members. According to the police, the boy's nose and genitals were chopped off before he was murdered. A most gruesome crime. According to Swaraj magazine, the deceased boy's uncle, Vishwanath, said that Mahesh left home on the evening of February 22nd, saying he was going to a temple and would be back in 15 minutes. As he did not return, the family became anxious and inquired about his whereabouts from his friends. The family later learned that Mahesh had developed a close relationship with a Muslim girl in the village. The friends of the deceased boy also said that Mahesh had gifted a mobile phone to her. Soon, Mahesh's father and uncle reached the classmates' home. The girl, who was younger than Mahesh, returned the mobile phone and went inside. Following this, they gave a missing persons complaint to the Jawargi police station. During the police investigation, it was revealed that the girl's mother had warned the boy not to visit the area and leave the girl alone. The mother also sought the help of a relative to warn the boy. According to the police, on February 22nd, the girl's uncle, identified as Mehboob, had allegedly whisked the boy away from his village on Monday on the pretext of talking to him. 5 days later, Mahesh's dead body was found a few kilometers from the Naribola village. The villagers were shocked to see that the boy's private part and his nose were chopped off. The police told the same to the media. Mallikarjun Kohli, the minor boy's father, said his son was forced to drink and smoke ganja, and the assailants murdered him when he was intoxicated. Instead of killing my son, they should have spoken to me if he was not on the right path, the father said. Meanwhile, the police have arrested Mehboob and two of the accomplices in connection with the case. Kalburgi SP Simi Mariam George said they were looking into all angles. A case has been filed against the girl's mother and a friend Mehboob under IPC sections 363, which is kidnapping, 302, murder, and 201, disappearance of evidence, and sections of the SC/ST Prevention of Atrocities Act. The family said they've received some compensation from the state government under the SC/ST Prevention of Atrocities Act. Meanwhile, the brutal killing of Mahesh has created a massive uproar in the state. Several citizens, including prominent activists and actors, have voiced their protests against the gruesome incident and has demanded strict action against the culprits. Activist and actor Pranita Subhash condemned the killing of Mahesh Kohli and said that it was impossible to imagine that Mahesh Kohli went through. I hope the strictest action will be taken against the perpetrators. Now, moving on to a last bit of news. We all know how good an artist Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is. The latest news about her prized paintings will make you rather amused. The Enforcement Directorate has summoned artist Subhaprasna in connection with the Sarada scam case. The artist has been asked to appear before the ED for questioning on 15th March. The artist was earlier questioned multiple times by ED and CBI in the Sharada chit scam and chit fund scam. Subhaprasna is known to be close to Trinamool Congress and also had links with the Sharda group. He is being probed into the chit fund case regarding certain financial transactions done with the Sharda group through his bank account. The transactions were linked to buying a television channel, and the probe agencies have found irregularities in these transactions. The artist is also being probed over the paintings of Mamata Banerjee sold at very high prices. During the probe into the Sharda case, CBI had found that the Sharda promoter Sudipto Sen had bought a painting by the West Bengal CM for a whopping rupees 1.8 crores. It is alleged that Sudipto Sen and many others were forced to purchase paintings by Mamata Banerjee at a very high price. The artist, Subhaprasna, allegedly was involved in valuation of the paintings, which many believe were overpriced. According to the probe agencies, apart from fixing the prices, the artist had also named the paintings and was involved in their sales. The ED has also summoned East Bengal Club official Debrata Sarkar in connection with the multi-crore Sharda chit fund scam. In another case, a family man, remember the serial, the Family Man show, it is cancelled on Amazon, is what the viewers say. Actor Manoj Bajpayee and directors Raj and DK have said that have reacted to the rumors about the second season of their web series, The Family Man, being cancelled. While Manoj clarified there's no iota of truth to it, Raj and DK also condemned the rumors in strong words. On Monday, the news of The Family Man 2 not releasing due to the recent guidelines on the regulation of the web content went viral. The fans of the much-awaited Amazon Prime Video series got worried and asked the makers whether the espionage thriller will ever be out for them to watch. Manoj, who plays the lead role in the thriller, responded to one such report and called it nonsensical. He also said that those who have doubts about the release of The Family Man 2 can directly contact the streaming giant Amazon Prime Video and the directors of the series. In their recent tweet, Raj and DK too quashed the report. In Chennai, a businessman was duped. He was duped and defrauded of around 16 lakhs after being lured by a Mumbai-based couple to become a bodyguard for popular Bollywood actresses and provide paid sexual favors to women visiting India from foreign countries. As per reports, the two accused, identified as Dipankar Das Navis and Yasmin Khan Rasul Begum, were held by the Mumbai police last month in connection with a case related to the making of porn films in the Maharashtra capital. On Friday, Central Crime Branch officials of the Tamil Nadu police took the accused custody from the Mumbai police and brought them to Chennai. In 2019, a businessman identified as Manish Gupta from Chennai's Anna Nagar found a website named Men X Her. The website was inviting applications from interested men to become male escorts for women visiting India from foreign countries. Using the details provided on the website, Gupta contacted Navis and Begum. Then Navis and Begum introduced themselves as managers of the website. They lured Gupta with the prospect of becoming a bodyguard for prominent Bollywood actresses and providing escort services to women from abroad. The duo asked him to pay processing fees. Gupta, over a period of few months, transferred around 16 lakhs but did not get the job. He realized that he had been duped. Subsequently, he alerted the Bank Fraud Prevention Department. A case was registered and the officials gave details of the two suspects to the Mumbai police. That's all the news for today. Thank you, friends. Please continue to send your valuable comments and suggestions. Good night.